Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this month's Pintas Patent to Profit webinar. A big thank you to everyone for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join us here. Today's session marks the second of our Patent to Profit series, whereby we shall be studying about 3M, particularly about how 3M leverages patent rights to safeguard its long-lasting competitive advantages. For those who do not know, 3M is one of the world's most innovative companies, and innovation is part of their culture, which defines the way the company constantly produces world-beating products. Whether you are a business leader, an entrepreneur, or simply curious about how innovation thrives, this session will be packed with valuable insights. You will learn how 3M builds a strong fortress around their innovations through patents, and how this approach fuels their continued success across diverse fields like healthcare, consumer goods, and worker safety. Firstly, we would like to thank our collaborators and partners for making this webinar possible. We would like to thank IP Academy Tech, IPO, and GIP ASEAN. We have been doing this Patent to Profit webinar series for the past 3 years already, and it's all thanks to them. As mentioned earlier, this is our second webinar out of a series of 5, as you can see here. The next webinar will be on the 25th July 2024, which will be about BYD, the car brand. The next will be about Dyson, and lastly ByteDance to end it all. All of this will be hosted by Ms. Lee Jia Yi, the Director of GIP Malaysia, and spoken by Mr. Lok Chun Hong, the Director of Pintas IP Group. So before we start the webinar, we would like to address some house rules. Do post your questions and your comments in the chat box. We'll get back to you when we can during the Q&A session after the presentation. And also, please share this live broadcast by clicking on the share button if you are viewing us on Facebook. To those who are new here, we will welcome and let us get to know you better. Please state your name, your company, or your organization's name in the chat box. And also do share with us your website URL if you have any. So feel free, do not be shy. You can just chat in the chat box whenever you can. So regarding today's topic about 3M, we would like to give you a little bit of a teaser about what 3M is, and we'd like to know what you know also about 3M. So 3M is known for their vast product portfolio. So which of these products do you know of and or have used before? 1, a post-it note. 2, a Scotch Brite cleaning pad. 3, a sandpaper, 3M sandpaper. 4, Nexcare bandages, and 5, silicone sealants. So please key in the chat box if you have used any of these products before. And don't be shy, just type away. I see Mr. Clinton has used 1, 2, and 4 before. Has anyone else used any of these products? I'm pretty sure you've used sandpaper to do any of your housework before. 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing a lot of people have been using post-it notes. Silicone sealants, nice. Very, very good. Very nice. Thank you very much, everyone, for your participation. And if you would like to contribute more, you can still just type in whatever products you have used. So thank you very much again for your answers. So without further ado, let us get started with the webinar. Let me introduce myself. My name is Alistair. I'm a Senior Patent Engineer with Pintas IP Group. And speaking today for the webinar will be Mr. Lok Chun Hong, the Director and Founding Partner of Pintas IP Group. He has been in this field for the past 2 decades and has been actively involved in the protection and monetization of intellectual property rights in the ASEAN region. So without further ado, let me pass the floor to Mr. Lok.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Alistair, for the introduction. First, I would like to share my screen. Are you able to see my full screen?
It's currently loading, Mr. Locke. Okay. Yes, you can.
Apologize for some slight delay. Okay, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our P2P Patent to Profit webinar series. Today we are going to talk about 3M, and my topic today is 3M patent case study. So this webinar is going to take about an hour, and a bit of introduction about myself. My name is Lok. I'm a director of Pintas IP Group. I am a patent lawyer by profession, and also I'm actively involved in patent protection and commercialization in the Southeast Asia region for the past 20 years. Okay, let's talk about 3M. 3M is, as the host has shared just now, one of the world's most innovative company. And today's presentation, we are going to see how 3M uses patent to protect its market share and profit margin. A little bit about 3M. 3M was established more than 120 years ago in 1902. 3M stands for Minnesota Mining Manufacturing Company. Today, after 120 years, 3M is still as young as ever, is as innovative as ever. It is a global manufacturer and marketer of 60,000 products that are sold in more than 200 countries. In year 2023, it has recorded a sales of US 33 billion. And very impressively, 3M has been on the Fortune 500 list for more than 65 years now. So, we all want to know what is the secret of 3M innovation, the longevity in 3M's innovativeness. So today we are going to look at some of the processes and systems used by 3M and how 3M protects all the outputs of all this innovation. And 3M is the poster boy for innovation. It has consistently delivered profitable innovation for more than 100 years. It has 130,000 patents in its portfolio, and it was awarded by the US government the highest award for innovation, which is the National Medal of Technology. 100 years later, 3M is still one of the most innovative companies in the world. In a study published by Boston Consulting Group, BCG, 3M is ranked as the 19th most innovative company today. And in terms of revenue and profit, for the past 60 years, we can also see that 3M has managed to improve its revenue and profit consistently over the year, despite many technology shifts and changes in geopolitical situation. 3M has been able to grow and have been able to thrive. So to look at the strategy of 3M, I would like, as usual, as in my other webinar, refer to Professor Michael Porter strategy framework. So according to Professor Porter, if you want to compete, right, you have to either choose to be a cost leader or a differentiator, and you need to focus on a particular niche market. A firm that is stuck in the middle, trying to be everything to everyone, will fail eventually. So what is the strategy model, the competitive strategy of 3M? 3M is definitely a differentiator. And to maintain differentiation, 3M has over the past 100 years consistently innovated and produced uniquely desirable products that constantly disrupt its target market. 3M has 5 key target market. They are the industrial market, safety and graphic market, electronic and energies market, consumer and healthcare. Yeah, these are the 5 key markets. And over the years, 3M has also developed a robust and rich organizational structure and culture that promotes innovation and also commercialization of the innovation. Let's look into what 3M has done over the past century. Over the past 100 years, 3M has come up with a lot of disruptive products that change the way we work, change the way we live, right? So today we are going to cover 5 of its billion-dollar product coming out from the polymer and adhesive technology platform. Okay, and 3M is also a very well-oiled innovation engine, right? 3M invests more than $1 billion in R&D per year, which is around 6% of its revenue. And this investment in R&D is way above the industrial average, right? So, and this is one of the reason, one of the cornerstone of 3M's development effort, R&D effort. And one of the unique thing about 3M is 3M organizes its R&D activities. 3M organizes its R&D activities into 46 different core technology functions, right? So all these technologies, they are owned by the company. They are not owned by the business unit. And there is no IP barriers by all the different business units to have access to those technologies. So this allows the 3M researcher the full freedom to combine, to leverage the foundational technology of 3M, apply them in new and different ways to create new solutions to solve problems for different target markets. This is what I call the technology componentization strategy, right? So you group your technology in different platforms, and you allow the different unit to have access to them. And using this technology componentization strategy, 3M is allowed to leverage the intellectual property across different product lines, and all these technologies are well protected by different types of IP rights, including patent rights. And today we are going to focus on some of the patents owned by this technology group, especially the polymer group. And to avoid silo and duplications, 3M has also come up with many technology forums, technology sharing platforms, and innovation centers to allow the researchers to come together to share their problem, to share their ideas, and also solutions. And these are some of the examples of how technologies from different platforms was able to be shared across application to different industry and generated a lot of revenue for 3M. Like for example, the adhesive technology platform was leveraged by 24 other 3M business division and generated a sales of 13 billion. Another example is the micro replication platform. It was also leveraged or used by more than 16 3M divisions and generated a sales of $2 billion. So this is one of the success factor. And to foster intrapreneurship culture. Intrapreneurship is entrepreneurship by the employee, right? To foster the intrapreneurship culture, 3M also launched its 15% rule program. So under this 15% rule, the employees were allowed or are allowed to use 15% of their time dedicated to innovation. They are free to use the 15% of their time to explore new technology, to explore new application or new markets, right? So this is one of the unique thing, and this I think is that subsequently followed by Google. Google also allowed its employee certain percentage of their employee times to innovate. And also entrepreneurship needs to be funded. So the 15% program is complemented by 3M's internal funding mechanism. So if anyone wants to have some money to fund certain ideas, the development of certain ideas, they also have mechanisms like Genesis Grant for a smaller amount of grant to fund nascent idea, or if the idea has huge market potential, then a bigger grant, bigger funding in the form of Pacing Plus program to accelerate the development of these new potential products, right? So this is one of the rules that they have. The other rules that they have is they also come up with 30/4 rules metrics. This is a financial metrics imposed by 3M, which demands that 30% of annual sales must come from new products that was introduced in the last 4 years, right? So by having these financial metrics, everyone in the company, are incentivized to come up with, to treat innovation differently. They have to make sure that, their revenue, 30% of the revenue have to come from the latest product. So they have to be bolder in their idea. They have to be more entrepreneurship in their approach to come up with disruptive innovation so that, they can keep on growing, keep on coming with the new products. So this is another way where 3Ms do their innovation, the rules. So I think what 3M has done over the past 100 years is that they are the masters, right, in understanding the voices of the market. They conduct regular field visit to understand what are the pain points of the customer. They observe the mega trend, and the employees with the 15% free time was encouraged or incentivized to look in the core technologies that they have, the technology platform they have, and combine and leverage on this technology platform to come up with new technological enabled solution to solve the pain point of the market. So what 3M has done is it has a structured framework of principles, practices, and infrastructures that foster dynamic exchange of technology across platform and resulting in practical solution to solve problems by different market segments. So I think the heart of it, right? The heart of this process is 3M has a very unique new product introduction process. Yeah, this new product introduction process involves several key steps, including identification of pain points, right? You must know what is really required by the market. Ideation, a process to create idea, to go back to the different technology platform, take the platform technology, apply this technology to solve the problem, come up with a new product definition, a product design and engineering and manufacturing, which is very important. I think one of the core problems faced by a lot of companies is they can have idea, they can have patents, but productizing those ideas and patents is a huge problem. But all these are done in-house. 3M has got an entrenched process and system to do that in-house, right? And not only that, they also plan for the post-production, supply chain planning, launching, and also post-launch evaluation. All these are already entrenched, enable, constant supply of new technology to enter the market in the most optimum way, right? So I think this is something that we all should learn, right? Everyone needs to learn how can we do that? Can we facilitate new idea, technology in-house, facilitate them to be applied to solve a problem and to be converted to product to enter the market? And, if you want to learn more about the, product, patent to product to profit, right? I want to do some small advertisement here. We also run workshop on this. Yeah, it is a one-day workshop where we have involved some experts in the industry to share about creation of idea, protection, and also commercialization of idea. If you're interested, you can scan the QR code and you can join us in this one-day workshop. Okay, so what 3M has done is 3M has a very structured way of coming up with combine their ideas and come up with solution. But having a solution is not enough. You still need to have a barrier of entry to prevent competitors from coming in and steal away your innovation or your idea. And in the case of 3M, right, this concept of economic moat was popularized by Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett will not invest in any company that have no economic moat. Yeah, because if you have no economic moat, whatever innovation you have, people can just take away. You have nothing to ensure you a sustainable competitive advantage. If you want to make profit for the foreseeable future, you need to have barrier of entry, you need to have economic moat, and the 3M's economic moat lies in the intangible assets that it has. These assets includes the patents, the proprietary know-how, and also not forgetting the brand and the customer relationship. This seminar is dedicated to looking at how 3M uses patent to protect its innovation. So indeed, for 3M, intellectual property is its main engine of growth, right? Constantly for the past 100 years, its engineer has been combining technology, platform technology in new ways, come up with innovation to solve problems for the customer. And all this new innovation in new ways of solving problems, they are all protected by patents. And 3M as a brand is well protected by trademark, and sub-brands like Post-it, Scott Brite, Scott Cast, all these are also trademark. And also the content of the marketing materials are also protected by copyright. So at this juncture, I think it is good that I pause for a while, before we go into the the key patents, some of the key patents for 3M, pause a little while to talk about the basic of IP. I think for everyone, if you want to protect your ideas that drive your business, you need to know these 5 IP rights. You have patents that protect your technological solution, your innovation. You have copyrights that protects your content, trademarks that protects your brand, industrial designs that protects your outlook of your products, and also trade secrets to protect proprietary valuable information not open to the public. These are the 5 ways. All these IPs, they are intangible assets, meaning you can put a value. It is something you can't see, but it is worth a lot of money. And mainly the value comes from the legal monopoly over your idea. If you have registered an IP, then you have a monopoly ownership over your idea, over the making, over the selling, or over the commercial usage of your idea, right? So once you file a patent, no one can manufacture anything using your idea or sell anything incorporating your idea, or even use commercially anything that incorporates your idea. So this monopolistic right is the reason why this asset is worth a lot of money. And all this legal monopolistic right comes from the government. It's a jurisdictional right. So if you want a monopoly in US, you need to go to the US government. You need a monopoly in Singapore, you need to go to Singapore government. So it's limited by jurisdiction. So when you file a patent, you must file country by country, depending on where your market is. And all this IP has a time lifespan. So each IP patent is for 20 years, trademark is for 10 years. And during this duration of protection, you own the idea. You have a monopoly over the ideas. And what are the basic functions of IP? There are 2 basic functions. One is barrier of entry, as I mentioned, economic moat. If you have a patent, you own it. Then if anyone wants to come in, then you have the right to stop it. And in the 5 example that I share afterwards, we will see how 3M managed to use their patent as a barrier of entry to dominate the market, and also the freedom to operate. In today's world, knowledge economy, you cannot just do anything you like, right? You have to see whether a certain idea is already owned by someone. If a certain combination is already owned by someone, then you will have no freedom to operate. So when you have come up with a new idea, I think if you can patent it, you own it, then you will have freedom to idea and you can exclusively use the idea to, to the exclusion of others. And a little bit about the different category of patents that you can file. Today's focus is on patent, and I would like to share a bit of background information about patent, so that when we discuss about those 3M patents, you can have some basic understanding, right? So basically, what patent does is it protects a new combination of element that you put together to solve a problem, right? So the case of article manufacture, one of the best example is the 3M POSIT, which is going to be something that I will share later, right? Basically, what POSIT is to combine paper with a adhesive glue, right? This combination is a new combination and it solves a problem for the user. So this combination is patentable. You also have a machine patent that involve combination of moving parts. Like for example, photocopying machine by Xerox. If you combine the moving parts together in a new way, then you have this Xerox, a new machine that do photocopying function, and you can own this combination by filing a machine patent. Another type of patent that you can file is a process patent, which consists of combination of steps, right? If you combine steps in a new way, and these steps can solve a problem, you can file a patent for the process. And the composition patent is on the ingredient of your product. So you come up with new ingredient that solve a technical problem, you can own this ingredient, this product, by patenting the ingredient. So these are the 4 category of patentable invention. And afterwards, in the example that we show, you will see, there are interplay of different kind of category of patents that 3M has filed. And what is patentable? To be patentable, you don't need a rocket science technology. What you need is you need to meet 3 basic criteria, right? The first criteria is your invention has to be novel, meaning you combine things in a new way, combine element in a new way, right? This is the first requirement. The second requirement is it has to be inventive, meaning something that can solve a technical problem, something that has a synergistic result, right? So you must show that your combination works better than the previous combination. That's called inventiveness. And the third requirement is usefulness, meaning the products can work, right? If you can meet these 3 requirements, then you have a patentable proposition. So afterwards, right, you will see how the 3M researcher combine the different technology platform together to come up with a new solution that can solve a problem and works. And therefore, they filed patents for those technology. So this is what we are going to explore after this. Okay, so let me just move into the 3M patent case studies right now. Okay, so looking at the numbers, right? What are the numbers behind 3M patent portfolios? As you can, this is a number of statistics made in year 2022. All in all, 3M owns 131,000 patents. Over the past many years, they have accumulated many patents. And in year 2022 alone, right, it was awarded 2,600 patent, and average number of patent granted per year is close to 4,000 patent was granted every year, right? So this is the key numbers underlying the 3M's patent. And the country of protection, 3M being an American company, it files the most patent in US, followed by Europe, China, Japan, and South Korea. And people will file patent mainly to protect their market, right? So if for the case of 3M, US, Europe, and China are their key markets, and this is where they filed their most patent. Okay, and for today's case studies, we have actually compiled and prepared a handbook which you can download. And in this handbook, you have 5 key patents of 3Ms that we are going to discuss about. And if you want to read in depth, right, you can get those informations from the handbook. You can just scan and download. Okay. So the first case studies that I would like to share with everyone is the famous, the widely popular POSIT tag, right? POSIT tag has become widely popular for their repositionable and reusable adhesive, which allows the user to stick and re-stick the notes without leaving any residue, without damaging the surface. In 2022, POSIT tag market size was estimated to be US dollar $2.3 billion. Yeah, POSIT tag patent has expired in 1995, right? Now there are many manufacturers of POSIT tag, but during the protection period from 1975 to 1995, POSIT tag was only, this concept was only, only 3M can produce POSIT tag or repositioner notes. But now 3M protect this product using the brand, not the patent, because patent has expired. Okay, a little bit about history about POSIT tag. Okay, POSIT tag was invented by 2 researchers, right? First, it was Dr. Spencer Silver. Dr. Spencer Silver was a scientist working for the adhesive division of 3M. So Dr. Spencer was trying to come up with stronger and better adhesive. But accidentally, Dr. Silver discovered a new adhesive that uses microsphere, which are sticky enough to stick to objects again and again, but it is not sticky enough to damage the surface, right? So this is something by accident, and Dr. Spencer filed a patent for this product. But for 7 years, for 6 years, Dr. Spencer cannot find a application for this glue, because this is something that, there's no application at that time when he invented. It was an accident. The invention was an accident. So this is the patent. This is the patent filed by Dr. Spencer. Okay, this patent, as I mentioned just now, right, was filed by Dr. Spencer in 1972. It is a patent that covers the adhesive, the glue, and it's a combination of elements. It is a composition patent, right? It is a glue comprises of elastomeric copolymer microsphere, having all this chemical composition, and which can be prepared by aqua suspension polymerization, and in the presence of an anion emulsifier. Okay, it's very technical, but basically this composition was patented by Dr. Spencer. And what happened is, basically what this glue can do is, the glue, a regular glue, over time, the adhesion will increase over time, right? As you can see, the adhesion becomes stronger and stronger, and it becomes more stickier, and you cannot remove it. However, for the case of POSIT adhesive, the adhesion power doesn't change with time. It remains constant. So you can just peel it off and put it back. Oh, this is the characteristic. And it was enabled by this chemical composition, which was patented. Okay. And then what happened next is, Dr. Spencer has to find an application. And it so happened that there is another chemical engineer at 3M by the name of Arthur Fry. Arthur Fry works he was a singer in the church choir, and he was looking for a bookmark that can stick to the paper without damaging the page, right? He was looking when he tried to do bookmark for his handbook. So he couldn't find any solution for that. A bookmark that can stick but doesn't damage the surface of the book. So Dr. Spencer, through all this technological forum, where knowledge or technology solution was shared, he came across Dr. Spencer's presentation, and he found that, oh, this is what he needs for his bookmark. So he met up with Dr. Spencer, and they struck a partnership together. And they come up with a new product. And the real breakthrough came when they actually wrote on the bookmark and placed the bookmark, passes messages communicated with the colleague using the bookmark. So the note, the post-it is no longer a bookmark. It is also a messenger, right? You can write messages, you can stick it on your colleague's table to leave a message. And this new product, this paper on the glue concept, was further developed, and a new patent was filed. And this patent is the 1973 patent called removable pressure sensitive adhesive sheets. So this is basically a patent filed granted in 1975, filed in 1973. So this is the patent filed, and this is the claims of this patent. So it basically reads: you have a paper, you have this glue, and the paper, where you stick, you can re-stick without damaging the surface, right? But these chemical are actually an improvement from Dr. Spencer's patent, and this was the patents that actually protects 3M for 20 years. And the sticky notes is not it is a invention that looks for a solution. It is an accidental invention. Nobody thought that they needed this solution until they did, right? So this is quite a typical case. And initially, this product was named Pure Press and Press, but eventually it was rebranded to Post-it, and it has taken the market by storm. Today, until today, right, many years later, 1973, now it's 2023, 50 years later, more than 50 billion Post-it are sold yearly, right? So this is $1 billion technology. So there was a company, right? What happened is, during this, when the patent was still valid, where we have this company that the American Impact. This is a company that sell the yellow legal pack. Okay, they also come and they saw the invention, and they thought, okay, they want to, okay, they are selling yellow legal pack, so they try to come up with, put some adhesive at the back and try to imitate Post-it. And when MPAC introduced the product in the mid-80s, 3M decided that it is too much. They took action based on the patent and sue MPAC for patent infringement. And Mid Corporation, another 3M customer, eventually acquired MPAC. But even though Mid Corporation was a 3M customer, 3M wanted to protect, right, its market share. So it continued the suit, and it won the suit. And eventually, both companies settled for a settlement, and Mid Corporation exited the Post-it market. So this is one example of a patent of how 3M was able to use the patent. So when this 3M patent was about to come to an end, 3M saw that, oh, this market share might be affected. So they filed another patent in year 1986 to cover the process of manufacturing the 3M Post-it tag, right? So you can read about this in the handbook, and this is talking about, how to spray the glue to the back to create islands of adhesive, and this is how 3M tried to extend protection. And eventually, with the advent of computer and software and digitalization, 3M also found another patent. Now is a way to create digital Post-it tag, right? Digital Post-it tag was also protected. So you can create a digital POSIT tag by snapping a photo and using this processor. You can read from this claim. Using the processor to indicate the number of the color of the POSIT tag, the border of the POSIT tag, and the content of the POSIT tag, and they can extract all this information and create the digital POSIT tag. And this is covered by this patent. Okay, so I have a few more patents to cover. So I would like to move on to my second patent. The second patent, the rest of the patent, they are technology coming from the polymer technology platform. 3M has so many technologies. So I think for today's purposes, we're going to look at some of the successful or breakthrough product coming from the technology platform. So the next one that I want to talk about is the Scott cast tape. Scott cast 3M until today is the global leader in the casting tape market, right? The Scott cast casting tape is widely used as medical application for casting purposes to support and to provide support and immobilization for fractures and injuries. So this is how, when you look at the pictures, how you can apply Scott cast onto fracture parts and secure the injured part in place. A bit of history about this casting market. By the 1970, Johnson & Johnson was the market leader for the casting market. Yeah, with its plaster of Paris bandage roll. But plaster of Paris was very heavy, and it is not breathable. It's not, you don't have any pores for the moisture to evaporize from the skin, and that will cause skin irritation and also infection. So it's not a perfect product. So there's a problem in this casting market. So what the 3M engineers saw is, they saw an opportunity. So they come up in 1980s, they come up with a better product called the Scott cast orthopedics casting tape. And this Scott cast is made of polyurethane, and it can work like a plaster. So what you need to do is you dip this polyurethane in the water. You can wrap it around the broken bone, and this will solidify. It will dry to hard cast faster, and also it is lighter, and it can breathe. It allows air to pass through. So it is a better alternative to the plaster of Paris solution. So the engineers took the technology, the plastic technology, and in order for this cast to work, right, you have to come up with hard strength fabrics, which certain textural characteristic, right, to allow for the curing agent to mix thoroughly and rapidly with the resin, which is impregnated in the fabrics. The fabrics has to have certain characteristic to allow them to mix quickly, right? So from the technology, the non-woven technology platform and the polymer, the two technology was merged together, and the new product was introduced. And this combination of hard fabrics and this polyurethane allows the cast to be weight bearing in a very short time. So that once you plaster it, you become hardened and you can move on, right? The patient can move on. This is and how was this Scott cast protected? So this is the claim, right? It comprises of fabrics making of this particular characteristic. You have to be fabric of this characteristic to make it hard, and also fast for the curing agent to mix with the resin to harden, and this fabrics is impregnated with this particular resin, right? This is what was protected as a Scott cast. So what happened is, this case was J&J Johnson at that time owned a $200 million market for the plaster of Paris. So after, they were at the risk of losing the market share. So 2 years after 3M came up with a Scott cast casting casting tape. Johnson & Johnson also unveiled a look-alike product, right? So initially 3M offered to license the technology to J&J, but it was refused. So in 1985, the patent was issued and 3M took action against J&J. These are two giants fighting one another. So the court decided that J&J has committed infringement of the Scott cast patent and awarded J&J to pay 3M in 1991 a total of US $129 million. That was a big amount. This is 30 times the profit of J&J for the product, for the offending product, and it is the biggest recovery of 3M, you know, for any legal damages. And this is the fourth largest infringement award in US. Yeah. So this is an example of how a technology engineer combined the technology, come up with a product, and this product was patented and it solved a pain point. And the bigger players, another big player wants to come in using patent to protect its market share and win a lot of a lot of damages award. Next, I would like to share, I have another 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I believe. I want to share another patent, which also involves the polymer technology platform. For any painting professional, we will know about this, right? The paint preparation system, or in short, PPS. PPS is a way to enable efficient mixing and spraying of paint, right? It replaces the traditional mixing cups and filter by replacing those because traditional mixing cup, you have a problem of cleaning, you know, after mix, you have to clean. So the researcher from 3M uses the thermoform plastic liner to form a cup. And this plastic liner, when you can fill the paint, and this is linked directly to a filter and to a spray gun via an adapter. So when the paint is dispensed, the whole bag collapses, and the whole liner, the bags together with the filter, you can dispose it away, and you only need to clean the spray gun and the adapter. So previously you have to clean a lot of things. So now you can throw this collapsible plastic liner away, and it is a cleaner and fast-saving way of doing car collision painting. And this PPS system was protected by this patent, which was filed in 2015. Basically, again, it consists of combination of parts, right? And in this combination of parts, what 3M has claimed is a paint gun, a spray gun. It is a gravity-fed spray gun, meaning you have to turn this whole upside down, and it will be fed by gravity. The paint will be fed by gravity, and it has this plastic liner, which is self-supporting, but it's collapsible when the paint is withdrawn. This is the characteristic of the plastic, which is put into, which is used as a reservoir, and via adapter and a filter connected to the spray gun. So if you read the claim, this is the combination claim. So if anyone were to use this type of liner and put it in this combination in the spray gun, will be infringing the patent owned by 3M. And PPS has enhanced productivity and precision in the auto body paint industry, been used widely by the professional collision repair professionals worldwide, and surely will attract a lot of copycats. So in one of the reported cases in 2017, there was this company from China, Thunder Finish, Shanghai company. They also sell the same thing to US, the same PPS system, and 3M managed to file a patent suit and to stop Thunder Finish from selling the products. Okay, next, again from the polymer and also from the micro replication platform, 3M introduced, take the basic technology, the plastic and the micro replication technology platform. They combine the technology together to come up with a high intensity reflective sheeting, which revolutionized safety markings for highways and for vehicles. And this spotlight enhances visibility in low light condition and is widely used in all highways, in cars, and also in the safety clothing, right? And because this spotlight is so effective, so popular, it is mandated by the US Highway Authority. You must use this. So it become kind of a standard, right? So what this technology involves is to use thousands of identical retroreflective prism in the base, and you use a plastic that can cover a wide range of weather condition, and you have to use some special glue to glue them together, right? So this is what this patent is about, right? This patent filed in 1977. It is about using this retro-reflective element as the base, using plastic as a cover sheet, and then have to be a network of intersecting bond to cover them and to hold them together to create plurality of cell, which are hermetically sealed. They can be sealed. And because this is subjected to a lot of stress, wear and tear in various kind of weather condition, and also when you apply the reflective sheet to a substrate traffic sign, there's a lot of you need to have a very strong bond to bond them together, because if the bond fails, the moisture can enter, and expose, it can cover the microsphere that is used to reflect the light. And if the water cover the microsphere will not focus light, and the retro reflection will be greatly reduced, right? It will not be effective. So the bond is very important, and the plastic has to be durable. So what they have done is, in this patent, what they have covered is they come up with a way where you can thermoform the bond, and this particular adhesion, you can further cure it in situ using electron gun, right? So you thermoform first, but when you apply onto the actual traffic sign surface, you can use electron gun to further cure it in situ to strengthen the bond. So this solution was patented by 3M, and 3M was the main player for the main product for the 3M traffic control division. But because the product is so profitable, another Japanese company, Cebu, came along. They came back with a similar product, right? So a legal warning was issued to Cebu, but it was ignored, and 3M lodged a complaint to the ITC, International Trade Commission. That's one of the way where you can enforce patent in US. You can complain to the an administrative body, ITC, for patent infringement, and a ruling was made by ITC that Cebu infringed 3M's patent. And because of this suit, and because of this patent from 1977, 87 until 94, when the patent expired, the company basically faced no competition in US market, right? So this patent actually helped them establish themselves as one of the key traffic reflective sheetings market. Last but not the least, I have one more case to share. Is the Scott-made hook and loop fastening system by 3M, right? So this is a case where 3M is not the first originator of the hook and loop system. The hook and loop system was actually introduced by a person, an inventor called George Mestra, which is a switch inventor. One day he went hunting and he discovered that his trousers are covered by a husk of a plant, right? So he looked under microscope, he see that the husk has the husk has tiny hook, and the fabrics of the trousers have a lot of loops, right? So the hook of the husk get connected to the loop of the fabrics, and they stuck together. So this inventor came back, and they invented two strips of fabrics. One has thousands of hooks like the husk, and the other one has thousands of loops like the trousers. And they come up with a product called they come up with a product called Velcro, right? The famous Velcro. So Velcro was the first inventor of the hook and the loop system, and Velcro filed a patent. And this patent covers using fabrics to create loops and hook. But this patent, the manufacturing process, there are weaknesses in this patent. The manufacturing is time consuming, because you need to create in the fabrics a lot of hooks and a lot of loops, and it's costly. And because it's made of fabrics, it's not durable. So 3M saw an opportunity in this market, right? They see that there is huge market in the hook and loop market. So again, they go back to the polymer division technology platform, and they come up with alternative products. I think I can share a little bit about whenever you want to introduce a product that has a lot of patents, right? So you need to manage the risk, right? So in this case, what 3M has done is to conduct a IP audit. They have to do an audit of all the patents, an audit of all the trademarks in place, to make sure that the new products that you introduce do not infringe the patent claims by other companies, and also to look for the gaps in the patent coverage and to find a weak point. This is what we call a wide area analysis, right? You analyze competitors' patent, see how you can get around, solve a new problems that it was not covered before. And 3Mers have actually examined more than 1,700 patents relating to this, including, of course, the Velcro patent, because Velcro is the market leader in this reclosable fastener. And from the audit, right, 3M found that the problems with the existing solution is that those existing product cannot stand to repeated use or high temperature. So what 3M did was the plastic division start to develop plastic application, hook and loop made of plastic that can solve this problem. So as a result of this, a patent on this hook and loop was filed. This is a surface fastener that can be easily produced. It's strong. It has strong engaging power and can withstand repeated use. And basically, what the patent has done is you have this substrate with many loops, and you have this another sheet with stems, and this stems is not any stem, but the stem is a hybrid stem, right? It's a hybrid stem. Okay, so why is this invention inventive? Just now we mentioned that the invention has to be novel and inventive, right? Inventive because it solves a certain problem. So usually this type of reclosable fastener, they have to undergo multiple engaging and disengaging operation. So if the hook is made of soft, right? If it's too soft, after repeated use, it will break, right? But if this stem is too hard, it's made of hard plastic, then the loop will give way, the loop will break. So if you want to come up with a durable, then what 3M engineer has done is they have come up with a hybrid, where the part 41, the stem, the 41 is made of flexible, elastic resin material. 42 is made of hard resin, high rigidity. So this part, which is connected with the loop, will not damage the loop so much. But when you connect and disconnect, this part is made of hard plastic, the 42, and it will not break easily. So this hybrid plastic gives the invention something inventive for the patent to be granted. So with that, I think I have exceeded my time. I have used up my 1 hour. And those of you who are interested, you can download our handbook, which we have steadfastly, we have prepared, by looking into a lot of literatures, and you can download this. And if you have any question, you can always ask us. So with that, I will pass the floor back to Alista for Q&A session. Alista?
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Locke, for the very insightful presentation. Yeah, so now we turn to the Q&A questions. We have some questions from the floor. So let's see. Firstly, by Mr. Alistair as well. His question is: 3M products often have seemingly endless variations. How does 3M decide which variation of a product to develop and bring to the market?
Can you
Variation.
decide which variation to develop and bring to the market?
Yes, so how does 3M decide which variation of their product to develop and bring to the market?
I think they have to come up with they have to test, they have to identify the market needs, come up with a minimum viable product, test the need, and to see which variation can best suit the preference of the market. As I mentioned, they have a very structured way, right, of doing testing before launching a new product, coming up with a minimum viable product, test the market need just now, and use that to enter the market.
Right, thank you for that. So
Yeah.
another question by Mr. Sarawat. He says, how does 3M respond to global challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic? Did they make money from registering their patents or their trademark?
I think if you remember during the COVID period, right, one of the most popular masks was produced by 3M. I think they cover a wide range of market, and I think their healthcare division actually benefited from the COVID-19 pandemic. They have increased sales of face masks and also for respirator, and this technology is widely used during those periods.
Thank you, Mr. Locke. There's another question that says, I've heard that one can own a patent but do not have the freedom to produce their protected product due to infringement issues. Is it true? If yes, then what is the value of such a patent?
No, it's true. It's true because if patent is a game of combination. Let's say if someone owned that 1 and 2 combination, and you found 1, 2, 3 patent combination, right? So your patent is still subject to the 1 and 2 combination patent. So what happened is you can own that 1, 2, 3 combination, but if your basic combination is already protected by someone, then that 1 and 2 combination, you still have to pay royalty to it. Yeah. So what is the value of a patent? You have a patent to cover a new combination, but when you cover the new combination, you have to make sure your basic combination does not infringe on others' patent. So that's the answer to your questions. Yeah, you can have freedom to operate if the basic combinations that you have are not patented by someone else.
Thank you, Mr. Locke. And I think we have time for just one more question. So Mr. Seelan, he asked, will an AI-enabled software solution be patentable? If yes, please advise why.
Yes, definitely. If I look at the patents that we found nowadays, majority software patents have some element of AI. So it is the using of AI to solve a certain problem that has not been done before. So it's definitely patentable. Yeah, if it's a new combination.
Thank you, Mr. Locke. And I think I have one question from myself regarding the whole topic of 3M. Because patents have a period of protection, what happens to 3M's control over the product after the patent expires?
Yeah, if you look at 3M post-it, right, after the patent expire, they try to extend the protection by filing improvement patent to cover the process one way. They can also use other types of IP, for example, trademark to patent to protect the brand, right? So there is a limit to how much or how long you can own the technology. The limit is 20 years. So if this is a profitable product, you would like to extend it in whichever way you can by filing improvement or by using your brand to protect your market.
Thank you, Mr. Locke, for the answer. And yeah, I think that will be all for the Q&A for now. Thank you everyone for your questions, and we hope the answers were satisfactory for you, or sufficient for you all. So yeah, as Mr. Locke has mentioned, if you would like to know more about the case studies that we have presented in the previous webinars, you can scan the QR code to download our handbook. We will leave it on the screen for a while for you to scan.
Yeah.
And also, as we mentioned earlier, we have an upcoming patent to profit case study that will be held in July. It is, oh, my bad. Yeah, it is on BYD that will be held on the 25th of July 2024 from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And it will be hosted by Ms. Lee Jia-Yi, the Director of GIP Malaysia, and also presented by Mr. Locke Chun Hong, the Director for Pintas IP Group. If you wish to register your spot for this webinar, you can scan the QR code shown on the screen. Or if you would like, you can send us an email here through our contact details here. You can go onto our website, or you can contact us directly through the numbers here as well. Also, if you scan the QR code, it will lead you to our website where you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with us for any IP-related matters that you wish to talk about. So once again, we would like to thank you for taking your time to join us for this webinar. If you want to know more, we have all the contacts here, and thank you again, Mr. Locke, for presenting today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.